Ah, this music. It takes me back to younger days of Starfox 64. So nostalgic, so good. Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to Starfox Adventures! Previously, we fought the boss of Dark Eye's Mines, Galden, in a very struggling back and forth fight, and we were able to acquire the first Spell Stone. Now on our way back to Dinosaur Planet, today we're going to start the journey to this place called Moon Mountain Pass as we make our way to the Volcano Force Point Temple to place the first Spellstone in that temple. And every time you go back uh, to Dinosaur Planet, you have to go through the Arwing sections. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're required to do this and get the gold rays and so on and so forth. We've seen this song and dance before, so I am gonna cut out all of this stuff because we've seen it before and it'd just be really boring to just go through it again. So I'll be you guys at the end in a few seconds. Well, that score didn't hold up. I did really bad on that. I was like less than 100 points for the 5th place score. Oh well, they all can't be winners, but I've got really high standards on my performances about this Arwing section of this game. But in any case, we're back on Dinosaur Planet, now with our handy dandy spellstone in our possession.
You've got to help us. Those horrible shark claws put out our lovely beacons, and it gets too dark at night. We be scared of the dark.
Okay, stop crying. I'll see what I can do.
Don't forget about the Spellstone, Fox. You have to return it to the Force Point Temple.
And once again, the ThornTails seem to have something that they need help with. What else is new? These guys we've seen, they really can't protect themselves that well, so it's gonna be up to us to help them out once again. First, I want to get some spores, even though I don't really think we'll be needing them that desperately later on. Still, it would be nice to have a few of these on hand in case I do need one to use. So come on, hurry it up. Hurry it up. Thank you. Now we'll see what all the hubbub is about.
It's so dark at night. I get real scared.
Buddy, I'm not a fan of the dark either, but I'm not that scared, especially for someone as big and thorny as you. That's really saying a lot. But I won't judge too much. What we need to do is to knock down that tree and then hit that to get, after burning yourself, a fireweed. It may come in use to help the ThornTails. So we'll need to have a few of those on hand. And you can see that they just move around really sporadically and unusual like too. It's really funny how they just move in place sometimes and they just spin in place too. It just goes to show that a lot of the items in this game are just really weird to maneuver with, at least mainly with these weed type items. Gonna pick up a few of these before we do help out with the ThornTail and their troubles. Actually, I have an easy time getting these things too. Usually I have a lot more trouble with it. Okay, I think that should be enough. Now to put these in place, what we have to do is get a fireweed placed into this place. We only actually can hold 3 at a time? I didn't know that. I can hold more. Oh well. Now Tricky, come on boy, hurry up. Hurry it up, Tricky. Here boy. Now flame. This will light up the torches. And that's how the torches will stay lit. If you try to use that flame on a torch without using the fireweed, then the fire will extinguish almost immediately. That's why we need these weeds to use to begin with. So get at least one more so I can replenish that count. I'm not sure there's at least 3 places we have to use these fireweeds. There might be more than one. I'm not particularly certain about that. What I do know is that there's a torch near the warpstone. So we'll head over here. We saw that there's a torch here that we passed across in the past. Put a a weed there, and then have Tricky light it up, and that's number 2. Hey, whoops, still buddy, how you doing? Too bad we won't be talking with you anymore, at least not until we need to get to somewhere else, but that's not gonna be till later on. That poor Warpstone, he probably has nothing else to do with his time. He's just stuck on the ground doing who knows what for like years and years and years. I feel kind of bad for the guy when I put it that way. He probably has not much to do since he's mostly immobile and can't go anywhere. So there's a gate we saw momentarily. What we have to do to open that is something I admittedly should have done from our first time we got on this planet. On the way across this higher ledge, I usually gather all the items here, and then I would make my way over to the other side of this higher path. While someone get hit by that big mushroom, I have no idea how that happens. I was far away from enough that I should have not taken any damage from that. But the hitbox of those mushrooms are pretty weird. I believe these are called mush gusses, from what I saw recently. It's a pretty weird name. I didn't think they have a name at all, but they do. And this should be the last torch if memory serves me right. I probably overachieved and got more than enough weeds I needed for this, but that doesn't help to be overly prepared.
The beacons mean so much to my tribe. Please take this. I believe it will help you on your quest.
And Fox once again getting all overly excited about a key, something he's seen a lot in his adventure so far. Specifically, this is the Moon Pass key. Allow you to open the gateway that leads to the Volcano Force Point Temple. Now let's see if there's anything I want to get at the store. I'm gonna make a quick run over there and see if there's anything I can buy. If not, I'll meet you to where we're supposed to go to get on the way to Moon Mountain Pass. There's nothing else in the store that we can't buy right now. As a matter of fact, there's only one more item that we could collect, but we don't have enough space in our scarab bag to actually pay for it yet. So that's not gonna come for a very long time. So in the meantime, we'll use a bomb spore. Good thing I had the wherewithal to collect a few more of these ahead of time. Use that to hurt Tricky. I don't feel sorry about that. And then make our way over to this new place. Now let's see, before I head over there, I know for a fact there are a couple of fuel cells in this direction, behind that bush. Well, only just the one. Okay, that works. And there should be another one around here somewhere too, I think. Yep, the fuel cell compass does say so. We'll go over here. We'll have to be careful about auto-jumping through this place. Not only there's the oxygen meter you have to worry about, but there's also these platforms too. I think those are kind of slippery, so be mindful of how fast you're going with that. And sure enough, there's another fuel cell here too. Excellent. Those should be the only fuel cells in this area that we can collect. So I don't have to worry about those anymore. And then we can get through to the other side of this tunnel of sorts. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Moon Mountain Pass. I already got here very, very shortly. So at this rate, we might be able to get to the Force Point Temple in no time.
Wake up! Somebody coming!
My oh my, it seems to be coming across a lot of barrels in our travels recently. Well, it's time to channel our inner Donkey Kong and get through this barrel barrage assault to the other side. It's not that hard to do. At least we have a lot more space to work with than with the last time we were in this situation, that's for sure. I can't see the saber tricky there. I saw him get hit at least once over there. And this is where we can use our newfound key that we got from the ThornTail. That opens the door. And now we can get through to the next part. But before we do that, we can go to the higher ups of this place and enter this shack. I saw a fuel cell over here. I didn't mean to fall down. I was wondering if there's another fuel cell in this area. I think there might be. Not too sure about that. Now let's go outside for a bit. Nothing of use there. But we can encounter those sharp claw that were operating with those barrels just now. This, I believe, is a brute claw. It's a stronger sharp claw, so be careful about them. They do have a tendency to defend more, and I'm pretty sure they will take a little more damage than your average sharp claw, or not. I actually finished that guy in about just as fast as I did with a normal sized sharp claw, so I could be just talking out my butt about that. But I think those guys can do more damage since they are obviously bigger. So do not take them lightly. You know, they handle sharp claw pretty quickly and with not much problems. And those were required to bring down a life force store, which is something I didn't really think about. Alright, Tricky, I see you're hungry. Here, I'll feed you so you stop annoying me. I don't think I've pointed this out yet, but whenever you want Tricky to do something, but he's all out of energy to use, one of his phrases is he'll go, "I'm not doing it," in a very whiny voice. If we ever have the time to catch that, I hope I can get that on recording so I can at least show it. It's really funny just how he delivers that line. That might be the only compliment I'll ever give Tricky in this game. And it looks like I want to head back. I think we may have gotten all the fuel cells here. It seems that way. Yeah, I'm just being paranoid for nothing again. That's just par for the course for me. Okay, so now keep going through here. And this should take us. Oh no! Oh, that was really bad timing. That platform picked a really bad opportunity to dissipate like that. And I'm on fire. Good. That actually got away. And we're back at Move Out Pass somehow. Game, we never left Move Out Pass to begin with. I'm not sure what you're on, but whatever. There we go. And now we should be. Is the game gonna say it? I'm not sure. This way to Move Out Pass. I'm pretty sure you can all figure out where we're at by now, but I'm just waiting for the game itself to actually say it. If it does say it at all. I'm not sure if it does or not. More fire bats, I just have to ignore those if they can't damage it right now. I don't think the game's gonna say it, so I'm gonna say it right now. We're in the Volcano Force Point Temple, or at least we're close to it. So we are at the place we need to deliver the Spellstone, but there is a place up here that we can climb up to find a lot of useful items. First off, a fob dam from that switch, but the other things we can collect, we cannot access right now, since these things are under lock, and we'll need some other items to use to actually get to these items, but those won't be until later on. There are several other points in the game that want to come back to this place to actually get those things. And now for this place with more barrels again. That just seems to be like the big nightmare I've been coming across lately. It wasn't as difficult to deal with though, so that's good news for that. Oh wait, we're just at the midway point. Okay. I thought this place was part of the Force Point Temple, but I guess not. Fine game, whatever. You just do you. This place looks like it should be part of the Force Point Temple to me. I don't know why it isn't. But that's what the architecture of this entire place is, so I guess we'll follow their rules. More grub tub. We're coming across a big gate. We should be near the temple by now. Come on, get over here. There we go. Now go even further up. And I think we're gonna stop for today. We did progress very quickly through Moon Mountain Pass, and now we're on the doorstep of the Volcano Force Point Temple. So at this rate, we should be able to deliver that Spellstone to its rightful place. So next time, we're gonna enter the temple and do just that. Until we meet again, farewell for now.